Generic greetings and welcome to Construction plus Prison-Arcitect plus Alpha 14 episode 7. In the previous episode we brought the prison to what you see now, so we pretty much finished off our initial design. So we added all of the floor tiles, all of the extra bits that we needed to do, finished off the common room, holding cell around here, the other cell blocks, put everything in and basically tiled and doored everywhere. There's a little area down here this was originally like a dog kennel, but you can't really have two, it sort of glitches out, so I've now only got the one at the top, so we have a spare area down the bottom. We had a bit of a problem. Let me unpause it. In the previous episode, because the danger level was increasing massively, and that's because of the basically the prisoners weren't getting enough food or sleep. And what's that guy trying to do? He's trying to get in there, I think. I don't know what he was trying to do. Either way, there was a problem with feeding the prisoners, although we have resolved that issue. And as you can see, danger level is low and decreasing. 11 prisoners now say they're well treated. 13 prisoners have serious complaints. 14 are well fed. 9 are suppressed and compliant. And 3 prisoners have been unnecessarily searched recently, so they say. Although I don't believe so, because most of the searching has been because of the metal detectors and such. I don't think we found any escape tunnels. No, there hasn't been, but I am going to do a search in a moment. And then we shall go from there. Right, this episode we will be buying this here, expanding the wall all the way around, and then increasing the prison. We only have 52,674 generic credits, so it's going to be a bit of a problem because we're not earning that much money. We are still going to be receiving prisoners in, and obviously we earn... Oh, there's some more things being found. We're still going to be receiving prisoners in, and hopefully this will go into the positives. That doesn't necessarily mean we're going to lose money every night, because we're going to lose 3,200. That's how much we're sort of losing per turn, per day, but we also gain a fair amount from the workshops, and we'll see in 10 seconds exactly how much that is. So we're at 52,674, so let's see what we actually end up with after sales. So here we go. So we're earning about 6 grand, about 6,000 per day, which is okay considering for the amount of prisoners we have. What we need to do is expand it off and get a lot more. So I'm going to buy this for 20,000. Never bought this before, never bought this in the game, never done expansion in the game before. So we've clicked buy. It's now taking its sweet time, but there we go. We now have an additional bit which we can build on. So we've now got all of this. That costs 20,000. How much is it going to cost for a big wall all the way around? I imagine quite a lot. Let me just quickly check. Yeah, that's going to cost like 30-odd thousand, which is a bit too much since we won't be able to build anything. So we are going to do our old-fashioned put a fence around it first and then go from there. So we'll fence it off all the way around, as you can see. Or you might not be able to see because it's so bloody dark. And then we will go from there. So we'll fence it off like so. And then I will go to demolish walls and demolish that wall there. And demolish that wall there. Eventually I'm going to have to demolish all this wall along here, but we can cross the bridge when we come to it. Why are these not now assigned? I don't understand. And why are all these jostling at the front door? Oh, it's because they're trying to go over here, obviously, to fix that. Yes, of course. But why are people not assigned there? Let me just go to deployment. Guards. No, it's patrols. There's no one assigned to it. Huh. That is really weird. Nobody's assigned anywhere. All the patrols have suddenly stopped working. Yay! What? Why is that? Why is that? I don't understand why that is actually happened. I mean, maybe due to the little update that there was. There was an update for this, and this is running the latest update as of time of recording. But it was mainly bug fixes for the alpha. But I don't know exactly what the deal is, but either way, I'm just going to reassign this. There we go, there we go. And this one, obviously, on the outside will be different. I might as well assign someone to that patrol as well. We'll assign 2 dogs to it. Yeah, there we go. Obviously, the one on the outside there is going to be different because it's now no longer classed as just indoors, this one all the way around. But anyway, that should have sorted it out. Apparently, I've still got the CEO's letter there. Delete. Right, so we will... check these prisoners. What are these in for? These are for found tools on them. Ah, that's right. Anyway, let me do a full shakedown of the prison. So we're going to search all 93 places. If we go to contraband, we can see that I have already found some things. Apparently they're out this side. That's a bug. That's because I've expanded it. It's actually moved these further along, so that technically should be about there. Or there. Yeah, so it's just a bug that these ones over here, they weren't actually found here. If all the spoons and forks were found here, that means we've got massive tunneling problems, and I need to resolve that at some point. Either way, the workers are firing the way along this path. This is going to be the fence all the way around, and looks like they're doing a fantastic job at doing that. And then I'll probably demolish this big wall here, and then go from there. If I was smart, I could have probably not built this wall here and saved a lot of money. But if I did that, then I would have probably had to have. If I did that, if I this wall here, if I did just put a fence, that means I would have had to know for sure which way I was going to expand, and I didn't know whether I was going to expand down or up the top or this way. I don't think expanding that way would be a good idea, but yes, we shall delete that wall momentarily. Danger level is increasing for obvious reasons because of unnecessarily people being unnecessarily searched. It looks like that person has been he's seriously injured apparently. Looks like there's been a bit of a fight in there. Don't know why. Maybe he was violent. Maybe we've just punched his face in. We found a drill. We found more stuff. That's okay. Obviously, we're not. These K9 units don't search them. I would have thought that. I would have thought the K9 units would have searched the people, like normal prisoners, but like normal guards even. But they don't for some reason. Looks like we're finding a lot of tools, but no escape tunnels yet. Oh, there we go. That guy's getting taken to the infirmary, most likely, and then yeah, off from there. Looks like they're almost finished on here. In fact, they are finished there. So let me just pause it for a second, and we will go to my materials and then demolish walls and demolish this big perimeter wall all the way down to there. And that will probably take them another day to do that, because this perimeter wall, I'm guessing, is quite hard to demolish. I mean, it is a perimeter wall after all, so I'm guessing it's going to take quite a while to do. And these guys are going to have to walk all the way around. Sorry, guys. Right, but at least the Pathfinder is working. I guess that's the sort of the bonus, isn't it? We know that the Pathfinder is definitely working. Anyway, we see a lot of people getting taken to solitary. We have 3 in solitary and 7 are awaiting. 15 prisoners arriving in 3 hours. Apparently 1 family is awaiting to visit. I don't know how. Let me force these doors open to allow the chefs to go and get the eggs and such. I did increase the meal variety to high, so prisoners are well fed, just to stop them kicking off. I thought that would be probably beneficial, although I'm probably going to put it down to medium now, which, as you can see, does lower my outgoings, but only by a little bit. It only reduces it by like 280. Yeah, you know what? I'd rather keep it high and have them not fight as much. I really would. So I'm going to do that. Anyway, looks like we are building this nicely. We've still got these walls in here. Obviously, I will demolish them at some point. In fact, I might as well take the opportunity to go to my fencing and build a fence all the way around here. Like so. Because this is our new proper perimeter. There's our search finished. Fantastic. We'll look at the results of that in a moment. There's the perimeter wall all the way around. And I can obviously, at any point, just alter it so it's got doors in, which we're going to have to do eventually. Actually, I could put concrete in. As you can see, this is normal concrete, but I want to save my money for building cell blocks, so I think that's going to be beneficial to do it that way. This guy's still patrolling there. Oh, woman still patrolling there. Yeah. Right, so let me just check my contraband. Let's see where we found stuff. Loads of saws and hammers. Were people actually tunneling? Let me just go to my materials and remove tunnels and basically click and drag. No, nobody was tunneling. Nobody's been tunneling at all. Fantastic. That's what we want. That's exactly what we want. We don't want anyone tunneling, and we don't have anyone tunneling, which is good. Looks like we've got a lot of dogs in here sleeping. Oh, there they are, napping. Little doggy dreams. Today's beverage is chamomile with a hint of lavender. Refreshing. So, what's this guy being searched for? He has drugs in him, I believe. So, yeah, found drugs, solitary 4 hours. Did I put solitary 4 hours for drugs? Yes, I did. Not luxuries, though. If you get found with luxuries, we'll search your cell and we'll search him. But that's fine. We won't do anything else. That's how I did it, yes. Danger level is increasing, and I don't know what for. I'm guessing to do with unnecessarily searched? Yeah, 14 prisoners unnecessarily searched, but now we're going to get positives because of the being fed and such, so that's fantastic. As you can see, we're just putting this wall all the way around, which is nice. I might as well dismantle these doors. So let me just go to my my objects and then dismantle object, and then I can actually basically dismantle all of the things down here, which I'm not going to be able to store. I just realised the storage is far too small for this. What I might do is have a bigger storage area around here. Look at that, that is flying down. Double arrows going down with the ASCII art there. Lovely. But yes, we're not demolishing this wall, we are disassembling because there's loads of windows in it, so we're going to be disassembling that, and then we can obviously get on to demolishing the wall. That is the best thing to do, I think. I also need to go to my deployment and then patrols, guard patrols, and then cancel that off there. It's actually dog patrols I want, and then I'm going to increase the patrol radius to around about there. And now I can assign 1, 2, 3 to it. In fact, I'm going to unassign. I don't know if it really matters where you assign them, but either way, I'm going to assign them like there or something. That'll do me. That'll do us nicely. There we go. So now we've got 3 people patrolling around the outside, although we haven't really had any problems. I doubt anyone can really escape from this, to be honest with you. With this massive perimeter wall around it, and then a normal wall anywhere, and then there's dogs that walk around there, I don't think it's going to be even possible for them to escape. But never say never and all that. It definitely could happen. Right, looks like we've got some more prisoners. We're now at 50 of 48 on our capacity, so we are sort of at capacity. Not necessarily maximum capacity, because for obvious reasons I'm going to have to do some dismantling here. Let me dismantle that one, and let me dismantle that window there, that one, and that one. Yeah, for obvious reasons I have the holding cells, so I can actually have 2, 4, 6, another 12 more than what this actually says, so we're fine with that, really. We are totally fine with that. Not a problem in the slightest. So it looks like oh, look at that. We're really dismantling stuff now. Why is that not getting dismantled? Dismantle that. There we go. And now I can go to I just finish off the dismantle, make sure it's all done. Looks like it's all getting done, I think. I don't think there's anything left over. There's one there, that's getting dismantled, I believe, but it will be if I actually open that door for him so he could do it. There we go, he's dismantling that door now, and I'll open the door for him. And then once look, they're all moving them to storage, but storage is completely full, so... And also we're going to trip muddy boot guys through the infirmary, but that's okay, I guess. Something we have to deal with. So yes, we're going to get all these people... Oh, good grief. We're going to get all of these people in through here. We're going to get them all through and then put them into their cell blocks, or probably the holding cells. I now need to go to my materials and then demolish walls and demolish this wall all the way along here. And then there's that wall completely demolished, and then we can start building these other ones here. So we're basically going to copy these cell blocks up and across. I don't think I'll be able to fit 1, 2. I might get another 2 in. In fact, what's the size of it? Let's just jump on the planning tool here. It is a size of 13 by 22, okay? So 13 by 22 from here, which is 13 by 22, a gap of 2, and then 13 by 22 is just about perfect. One more gap at the back that we just don't need. It's 3 instead of 2, but that is fine. There's no problem with that at all. So once these have been demolished, I'm going to go to my materials and then concrete tiles, and then concrete tile all the way down the bottom here. Actually, once they've deleted, I'll wait until they've actually deleted all of the walls. So I'll order it up to there, and once they've deleted up to here, I'll then re-implement. So come on, demolish the walls. There you go. That's it, Gary. Thanks. Demolish them walls. And they're going to do these ones as well, are they? No, probably not. Oh, no, now they are. There we go. And now we're going to demolish it up to there. There we go. And we've found a knife. We've found a knife. Where did we find the knife? Let me go to contraband and knife. I brought it in with him. That's okay. That's okay. We can deal with that. I can deal with that being brought in. Why are the guards not opening these doors for them? Open the doors. Anyway, let me go to my... let me pause it a second. Actually, no, unpause it. Deployment, jobs, and just max out the jobs on both of these workshops. like so. We'll max out the jobs on the cleaning, and I think the laundry is fine. We don't need any more than that. I don't understand why there's still people here. I don't understand what the guards are actually doing. How many guards have we got free? We've got a couple of guards. 16 total guards and 4 patrolling, it says. So where are the others? Why are they not taking these off here? I'm guessing because they're taking off... what they'll be doing is they'll be taking... they'll be taking the people from here to the cells. Right, that's okay. That's understandable. Right, so it looks like we've done that there. Let me just go to my objects. Large jail door. Put a large jail door there. And do the same right up here to there. Like so. Why is that window? Oh, it is window. I was going to say, why is that window not demolished? It is demolished. It's in a box. Oh, there we go. There's a dog patrolling all the way around. Fantastic. So, there's that put in. 37,546 generic credits. Let me go to foundation. Actually, no. Planning walls. And let me put the planning walls in. So, what was it? 13 by 22, was it? Something like that? 13 by 22. Yes, 13 by 22. So we'll just make sure it's alright. We don't want to mess this up. 13 by 22. That's fine. And then here, 13 by 22. Skip that bit for now. 13 by 22. And 13 by 22. There we go. And then we'll leave a gap of 2. And then we'll do 13 by 22. And we're basically going to copy the same all the way along here. 13 by 22. All the way to the end. I could make it a little bit longer, but I don't need to. I like the uniform. I like the way it's uniformed across the whole thing. Now, this bit in the centre is... I've sort of been thinking what to do with this, and I was thinking doing something like that, and having this as like a high-risk cell block. So we have an entrance there, and then maybe... I don't know, actually. How would I do this if that was going to be high risk? I'm not too sure how I would do it if it was just a high-risk cell block, because it would need to be like with a walkway down the bottom, wouldn't it? I don't know. I'm feeling a long building like that for some reason, and then we can go from there and see what happens. But yes, I think we'll stick with that. So let me just go to my foundations, building, and we shall start up here. So that's going to cost me $2.5 grand. That's going to cost me $2.5 grand, and don't need to make any more than that. Not yet. Obviously, we'll go to small jail door. Should have a small jail door there. Is that in the centre? It looks about the centre to me. And then another one there. There we go. And then the workmen can get on with that. Looks like we've got a lot of people working. Or at least I can hear a lot of people working. Is there a guard about? Or is there a guard around? Spare guard? No? You. Yeah, you. Go in there. Looks like a lot of people getting searched. The dogs are sniffing away. And now he's getting searched. I really like this thing. I really like the dogs. I'm just getting someone in here just to make sure. Oh, yeah, he had narcotics on him because they were smelly. So now he's going to get locked up. Let's have a quick look in here. And yes, we can see everybody's working. If I go to my deployment and then jobs, we can see that most people, all the people have assigned. We've almost got enough people to work there. We don't just yet have all of the people, but we're getting close to it. Anyway, we are on 50 prisoners of 48, so we are doing okay. I will probably need to expand my CCTV at some point, which I might be able to put there. That's probably going to be a new CCTV area, most likely, although I can put extra CCTV in here now, the extra monitors in, like so. I can put one in there, but why can't I put one in there? That's just weird. I can't put one there, but I can put one there. I fail to understand. I cannot understand why that would be the case. Why it will not let me put one there, but one there? That is so weird. Anyway, whatever. Once these are built, I will then obviously build them as normal. The reason I'm not building these two down here is because it's just a waste. I have 31,015 generic credits. I'd rather save it for probably the wall around the outside, actually. But I don't know. It depends. We'll see. We'll see once I've built this. I don't need to overbuild. I know I overbuild a lot of the time, but you know, at least this time I've sort of basically stop myself from building a massive amount of buildings when I can't then waste all the money and can't furnish them. So it's sort of pointless, isn't it? And there we go. There's the buildings being built. There we go. They're all done. So let me just go to planning. Walls, and I like to plan it off first. I really do like to plan the entire cell block off first, because then it will allow me to see any mistakes that I make, or at least it should. So plan this off like so, and then I believe it was like that, wasn't it? Something like that. And then it was like that. So we'll do that all the way along to the end. Cancel that, and then it's that, and that. That looks about the same as that, so I might as well go to my materials, brick walls, and then put in the brick walls all the way along. There we go, all the way along here. It's probably easier if I actually just go down like that and work that way, I think. Yeah, probably best. And there we go. That's all put in. So that's they're going to go ahead and do that. Let me just force this door open. Force open. Let me just check my capacitors. We're doing all right for that. I can now run some more cable because I'm going to have to. That's totally the wrong option. Utilities and electrical cables. So we need to run the electrical cable. Probably. How are we going to run it down? Would I run it down? Could we run it from here? Just like that. I think that'll be the best option, and then run it straight up into about there. Looks about right to me. And my danger level is off the dial for some reason again. 26 prisoners have serious complaints. Let me guess, they're all hungry again. Yes, it's the food and the hygiene bits. It's because there's more prisoners turned up. It's the new prisoners that have just turned up. That's what it is. So I'm not really going to worry about it too much. I just thought that's a bad idea. Having it run through there is a bad idea because we have a problem. If we have a problem around here and we need to shut that off, we can't, because then it will break the rest of the cable. So I'm going to probably come down here and do it that way. I think that'll be better for everybody. And then run the cable in like so. Large pipe will do pretty much the same in there, and then up here to there. There we go. It is now free time. We are getting food time in a couple of hours. In fact, let me check my regime. Yes, I did alter it, so we lost a bit of work time. I'm going to put that back, I think. So we have a full 8 hours of work time. That should be good. We are receiving minus 2,000 per day. Obviously, that's not accounting for what we'll get from the workshops, which I'm guessing with the amount of work we've done here, probably about 8 grand, probably 8,000, something like that will be almost certainly what we'll be getting, although I can't I shouldn't have done that. Not necessarily the case, but we'll see. Let me just redo this and cancel that off. Like so. Go to walls, cancel that there. While I'm waiting, I may as well just put the walls in here. That's not the walls at all, that's totally wrong. There we go, we'll put all the walls in. Good grief, I keep going wrong with this one. There we go, all the walls in. And then, like so. There's the top bit of the cell block. And then, oh, keep doing that. Really annoying. Let's keep going all the way down the bottom here. Just putting all the cells in, and that will allow us to actually build it. Actually, how did I have it last time? Is this right? Is this right? Have I done something wrong here? Yeah, these cells are too wide. That's what I've done wrong. There we go. That's better. And then we do that, and then there's that planned off. Excellent. So I might as well go to my materials and brick wall, put the brick walls in. Like so. Danger level is still unhealthy level. Oops. Something I really need to keep an eye on. I don't know whether it's the... I think it's something to do with the regime and just the way that the Alpha 14 works. Now, normally by this stage of... oh, hang on. Normally at this stage I would have moved on to a different alpha. Oh, looks like we've had a big problem in here. Yeah. We've had a massive problem there. What the hell happened there? We had a huge fight that I totally missed. Huh. Is that dead? Please don't be dead. No. Just knocked out, I think. Yeah, escort to cell. Just knocked out. An unconscious worker? Did I lose anyone here? Let me just quickly go to evaluation. Serious injuries. Yeah, I've just had a serious injury. Good grief. What the hell is going on? I don't know why these riots are starting. Prisoners are well fed. They have serious complaints, but the serious complaints surely are because they're hungry and they need some sleep. Well, I'm definitely fulfilling all the food needs. At least I would think so. Why are they not? Yeah, look, they're putting food out. There's loads of food. There's loads of food for people. So I don't understand why they're not getting fulfilled. Comfort's going down. Well, the need for comfort. Sleep obviously isn't because it's not sleep time yet. Food's going down. Should be enough for prisoners at least. I don't see why that's not going down. Why is that guy trying to go? I'm going to open the door for him and see where he wants to go. Let's force that door open and see what he's going to do. He's going to stand there and then go back. I'm just going to search him because I think he might have stolen something. Like, so, did we just smell a drill on someone? Hang on. Found by what? How? Oh, I don't even know how we found that. Anyway, let's search this guy. Is he going to have anything on him? We could have probably left him because the metal detector would have probably set off if he did have any knives on him. But no, he didn't have anything on him. That's fine. But yes, danger level is going back down. Okay, so that's not too bad. Right. Back onto the construction. I can't believe we had a massive fight there. Look at them. They're all really trying to repair that. They're really going ahead and trying to repair that. So we've had a serious injury. That's the first serious injury I've had in a long while, especially in these series, in the fighting series, in the Fight Club series. And obviously we've had thousands of them. We've had hundreds of serious injuries, but we've never had any. Oh, cancel that one. We've never had any serious injuries in a construction series for a long time. Interesting. Don't know whether to do with layout or whether to do with just the way the game's functioning in terms of the changes from Alpha 14. I don't know. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on it. Let's go to cell. Make all these as cells. Obviously, it's going to shout at us that we don't have cells. And how many things are we finding here? What's that? Is that a propane bot? Equipment dog bite. What? What on earth? Equipment underscore dog bite. Owner Gordon Freeman. What the actual shit is going on? Freeman. Gordon Dr. Freeman. According to his ex-employee, he blew up the facility to cover up his late arrival at work. Although he never speaks, he claims he is a victim of a cover-up by the corporation. He is very fond of playing video games. He has an ex-wife and mother, and he had weapons on him, probably a crowbar, but according to this, it was a dog bite. I have no idea what's going on. Emergent gameplay. You just don't know what's going to happen. You have no clue. Good grief, look at that. I really think the workers should start taking more of that to storage. They really should. Anyway, how many chefs do we have? Do we have enough? Let's hire 2 more. Right, there's 6 chefs, right? That's 1 for every cooker. I don't even know what the proper ratio is. We're on 130 odd episodes that I've made. I still don't know what the exact perfect ratio is. I don't think there's a perfect one because it keeps changing. So, either way, I'm going to put 6 chefs. There's a lot of people in solitary. Danger level is 25 prisoners are suppressed and compliant. 5 prisoners have been unnecessarily searched, or at least in their opinion, not in mine. 1 prisoners say they're well fed. 5 have serious complaints. 1 say they are well treated. Let me have a look at this. See, the food need is critical for about 10 prisoners. The sleep is going right down, or the need for sleep, should I say. Family and recreation has got a little bit of red in there, but nothing to really worry about. Obviously, a lot of the problems will stem from prisoners not exactly being having their needs met because they've just turned up and they spent half the time on the truck. To be fair, they really did spend half the time on the truck. But anyway, we are putting the pipes in on these cell blocks, and we should be able to get these cell blocks finished before the morning. It's coming to 2 o'clock in the morning, so we should be okay. Once we've got all the pipes put in, we can then start putting other things in, like drains, which, you know what? Since I mentioned it and I was actually on the tab, I might as well put them in. Things like beds. You know what? I'm here now. Might as well put the beds down. There we go. All the way on the bottom and then the top. Like so. And then we might as well copy the same down here. Like so. This is $200 a bed. Actually quite cheap for a bed, although I'm guessing these are the types that are sort of chained to the wall and such. And now we might as well put the toilets in, so we'll just go all the way along, and assuming this is all plumbed in correctly, we won't have any problems with it at all, although, as always, I'm sure there'll be a problem down the line. Spin them around for the final one, and there we go. And booyah, there we go, done. So, there's all of that done, apart from the doors. Put the doors on last so they don't close and such, because it's a big pain. We need to put CCTV on. We'll have 4 CCTV cameras in these areas, so we can handle that. We currently have 30 CCTV cameras of the 36 that we can do. Obviously, I need to put on extra CCTV monitor on either side of this, as well as on the top of there, although that one's a bit weird. The placement of things like that are a bit weird, and then there's a lot of contents. There's a lot of things here waiting to get placed. I'm going to speed it up and just get them building, I think. Yes, I think so. Anyway, actually, I think we'll leave it there because we've got a fair amount of building done. We have extended the land. We have added the wall all the way around the outside, or technically we haven't added the wall. We've added a fence, which is a substitute for the wall that will go around eventually. We've then added the inner fence, which will then become a concrete wall. We've built 2 buildings, planned out the rest, and almost furnished them. So next episode we'll get more prisoners. We will generally go on the plan of building all of this. This centre one here, I have no idea what I'm going to make it. Put it in the comments. What do you think this room should be? What do you think we should put in? So I know I don't need another laundry. I don't really need more cleaning cupboards. I may do a common room, but I don't know. I'll let you decide. It could have some security in it. I could split it up into different sections. You let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Take care and generic partings.